My bitch bad and bullshit bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. I got thudders and 100 rounds too. My bitch bad and bullshit bad. Cooking up dope with a Uzi. My niggas is savage, ruthless. I got thudders and 100 rounds too.
Welcome, bienvenidos to Take City, the newest sports podcast in the world as of just now. Welcome in. My name's Brennan Cole. Everybody knows me as B. Cole. You probably hear me referred to as such. And I'm a massive sports guy. It's what drives me, wakes me up in the morning, doesn't let me fall asleep right now at 5 a.m. as I record this after one of the worst losses I've ever been to in my life. Little intro about me. I'm currently a student at Georgetown University from Chicago. Currently live in Miami, and again, massive sports guy. I'm a huge Celtics fan. I'm a huge Bears fan above all else. Cubs, Blackhawks, and then some like Red Sox, Pats, Boston roots, and then Georgetown basketball, Georgetown lacrosse. Those are the teams. I'm very biased toward them. Biased towards those teams. I'll use we in reference to them. I'm not going to apologize for it whatsoever. You can cry if it makes you feel some type of way. But yeah, I love this stuff. I've been told by a lot of people that they would enjoy hearing my thoughts about it. And I humbly appreciate that a lot from all the people who are listening right now who gave me such an idea. But yeah, I basically just wanted to hop in here and give a little intro. So what I plan to do with this podcast is kind of keep it pretty general sports-wise, maybe some pop culture. I'm a big-time rap fan and country fan and comedy fan, kind of all over the place in terms of my interests outside of sports, but mainly sports. I got a great rotating cast of characters that will be coming on later in this episode and going forward. A lot of people in my life are very knowledgeable about sports, are funny, are contentious, are annoying, are insightful, whatever you want to say. That it makes for great conversation. A lot of them are idiots. I'll tell you that right now. But you know, that's why we love them. So welcome to Take City. I'm excited to get going here. Yeah, so I guess we can start with one of the worst, probably the worst sporting event. The second worst sporting event third worst sporting event I've been to in my life. We can start off, we could do a quick top three just to tell you a little bit about me. Number one, double doink. Chicago, January 2018. That Bears team was going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna argue that. Number two, Derrick Rose, torn ACL, 2012. Never again will I ever feel the air escape a building and feel a deafening silence like there was in that building in April of 2012. Number three, last night, Celtics lose by 40 points, 30, I don't know. I left with about 5 minutes left in the game. It was just a disgusting performance with no effort. Heat, give all the credit in the world to the Heat. Jimmy Butler is maybe the most liked and respected person on earth right now. I would argue that, at least in the United States of America. Eric Spoelstra. I'm currently, he's my neighbor. Guy's the man. Coaching wise, can't really argue with that. Best coach in the league, has been for at least 7 years now. Consistently takes his team further than it should. They got the whole culture thing here. They bring in vets, K-Love, Lowry, former champs who revived their careers. And then even guys who were on the team revived their careers. Duncan Robinson played lights out last night. Gabe Vincent, I'm pretty sure undrafted guy or low drafted guy, played lights out. Whole squad played lights out, and the Celtics had no answers whatsoever. Joe Mazzulla, second row Joe, shout out to Bill Simmons, wasn't even near the top of Ime Udoka stuff. And I really miss that guy because he gave us a defensive winning culture that really fit the identity of the Boston Celtics, whereas Joe Mazzulla, I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him to get my coffee in the morning. My coaches in 5th, 6th grade, 7th grade basketball would run this dude, would blow this dude out of the water. Shout out to Dwayne Williams and Hannah, of course, if you ever hear this. But I mean, Jesus Christ, what a performance from the Heat. What a letdown from the Celtics. Going down 0-2 at home tells you that this team had no life. And in case you had any doubts, which I thought, maybe we'll bounce back here. Going to the game in Miami, maybe I can bring some energy to the arena. Turns out I was the only one bringing energy to the arena. Select few Celtics fans who know what's good, but we're down 0-3 now. This series is over. If history tells us anything. Not going to do the whole Kevin Millar, Dan Shaughnessy, why not us, 3-0, 0-4 Red Sox type deal, because it's not going to happen. This team has no fight. They stopped caring. They didn't fucking care game 2. They didn't care last night. They just don't fucking care about winning the championship this year, which I guess, if that's what they want to do with this team. Brad Stevens needs to fire Joe Mazzulla tomorrow. I mean, that guy shouldn't coach in China. I wouldn't let him coach for my AAU team, fucking with 6-year-olds out there, man. This guy, I don't want to go for this guy's throat, but I mean, he earlier in the season, this man was putting up his scouting reports on Quizlet like it was nothing. Buddy, we're not in freshman year of high school. Who's gonna, what? You're an NBA coach, man. You get paid millions of dollars to do this job, and you're putting your shit on Quizlet, man. Oh God. For the most historic franchise in sports. The most historic franchise in sports in America. No, the most historic franchise in sports, the Boston fucking Celtics. And we have a coach who's putting his shit on Quizlet and could not coach a 6th grade AAU squad. So, yeah, I don't like Joe Mazzulla. Brad Stevens, please take back over or find somebody who can, because that was a joke. I would fire Joe Mazzulla before Game 4. The series is not technically over, but it's over. Tough scenes out here. I'm currently sitting on the water in Miami early in the morning because I can't sleep because this team ruins the vibes of my life when they don't play well. So, Celtics not looking great. On the other side, oh boy, do the Denver Nuggets look good. Up 3-0 on the Lakers. Another fandom of mine is the downfall and failure and legacy tainting of Lay Mickey, LeBron James. Guy stinks now. He's old and he's washed. It's really funny because Nikola Jokic is best player in the world, has been for 2 years now. Outside of Giannis last year in the playoffs, or Steph. This year, at the very least, Jokic has been the best guy. He's been that dude. Coming off 2 MVPs, I'm not a guy who says to give the MVP to a guy who showed it a little bit in the playoffs more than the guy who won it. But I mean, maybe 3-time MVP. He's about to win Western Conference Finals MVP, Magic Johnson Award. He's about to win Finals MVP. They're gonna whoop up on LA, finish this out either in 4 or in 5, and then take on Miami. And as much as this Miami team is fight, so does Denver. But Denver just has way more talent, and their home court advantage blows Miami's out of the water. I was very impressed with the Miami home court advantage last night compared to what I've seen in the past. But Denver is different, man. They don't lose at home. They got the best player in the world. This guy is Larry Bird mixed with Magic Johnson and Dirk all at once. It's fucking unbelievable. You could throw LeBron in there. He's a marvel to watch. And he's one of the top this season. Nikola Jokic is one of the top 5 individual seasons. Bill Simmons always says the wine bottle years. For example, if you could bottle up LeBron 2012, that's one of the best bottles you could ever get. 2023 Jokic, I think, is a top 5 bottle ever. And they're going to the finals. We're getting a Denver-Miami finals, which is completely against the leaked script. People were sending around about Celtics, Lakers, and LeBron winning finals. LeBron was never winning finals MVP. Please. If anybody was winning it, it was Anthony Davis, and the fucking Lakers are not going to win the championship. Sorry to break it to you. but it's going to be Denver. And if it's not Denver, it's Jimmy Butler carrying an 8 seed. It's Jimmy Butler carrying an 8 seed all the way, which more power to him if he does it, because, I mean, he'll have murals on every block in this city forever if he does that by himself. He'll be more respected than LeBron, than Shaq, than Bosh. Everybody except for Dwayne Wade. Jimmy Butler will have more respect in the city of Miami in terms of basketball players, or maybe in terms of anybody. Should be a great finals. I'm so goddamn excited for all this off-season stuff we have coming up. The draft lottery already happened. The Spurs won the lottery once again, getting another generational big man for the third time since they've really had in basically about 3 bad seasons in the past 25 years. They ended up getting 3 generational talents. Free agency is going to be great. I'm so excited to see what happens with Harden, with how the Celtics deal with this, how the Lakers deal with LeBron being so old, and because this supporting cast, they looked like shit against Denver, the team as a whole, I mean, but they made the right call hiring Darvin Ham. They made the right moves at the deadline. They were playing really, really well. You'll never hear me give credit to the Lakers, but anyway, we got a bunch of other teams that will have fascinating moves. The young teams, a lot of them dealing with injuries. I'm so excited to see what happens with OKC. They got Chet coming off of his injury. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just had a most improved type of year, even though he's probably above the level of being able to win that at this point. I forget who won that award, honestly. But yeah, really excited to get into this offseason, as well as our guests. I got a bunch of people in my life who are hilarious, as I said earlier, and I'm excited to have some guests on. So yeah, welcome to Take City, baby. It's gonna be a hell of a ride. Thanks for tuning in, and let's get into some other things real quick.